Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are talking about the Houston riots of 1917. On August 23rd, 1917, chaos engulfed the streets of Houston, leaving a trail of death, injustice, and lingering questions. Before the chaos erupted, Houston was a very busy city with tension simmering beneath the surface. Segregation laws divided black and white residents, leaving racial prejudice festered in the hearts of many. The arrival of black soldiers from the 24th Infantry at Camp Logan only added fuel to the fire. Here are some of the members of the 24th Infantry that guarded the training base. Here is the entrance to Camp Logan, the training site that the soldiers were guarding. This training site exists because of World War I. Training sites across the United States were popping up in cities. With all the racism from the townspeople, an incident was bound to happen. Two white officers noticed two black kids playing dice and decided to run after them and try to arrest them. This led them into a home of an unsuspecting victim. This woman was accused of being involved, and the officer arrested her. As the white officers were taking the woman out of her home, a black soldier noticed them. This black soldier, Edwards, tried to intervene, and with that, he was arrested. When his corporal, Charles Baltimore, heard about it, he left town and tried to inquire for his release. This led the police officers of Houston to beat him and arrest him. There were rumors around the camp that the corporal was arrested, and there was tension rising from the soldiers. Soldiers started stockpiling weapons and ammo. Soldiers were in panic as they thought that they were the next ones to be victim of this discrimination. Led by Sergeant Henry, he led a company out of the base with rifles shooting in the air. The soldiers were marching to an unknown location, presumably the police station. On the way there, they shot at any white person that went into their way. A group of teenagers were outside of a home when they saw the soldiers, and the soldiers, being startled, shot at them. During the chaos, one of the cops involved in arresting the woman was beaten to death. Ruthels Daniels was only armed with a pistol and was beaten to death by soldiers. With the riot ensuing, whites heard about it, and the white officers started to panic. Thousands of whites came to the police station looking to defend it, and even the police officers were arming the whites of their own for protection and backup. With the black soldiers, their rampage started to almost become to an end after they killed one of their own by accident in the Illinois National Guard. They mistook him for a police officer. After killing one of their own, the black soldiers debated with each other on what to do next for 2 hours, and Sergeant Henry then killed himself as the rest went back to camp like nothing happened. 3 black soldiers were killed because of the riot, and also 16 whites, including 5 police officers. Fearing civilian retaliation, military took the black soldiers out on trains, even though the Houston city officials wanted them to stay. They wanted them to be tried by their own. Houston ran a committee on what happened that night, and a lot of people who were not even eyewitnesses had their own account of what happened. Most of the witnesses blamed alcohol and morality, while others criticized the white officers for being unfair to blacks. The surviving officer in the original arrest of the woman, Sparks, was highly criticized. Most Army men took a vow of silence and did not speak on what happened that night. The trial was held in San Antonio with 63 soldiers on the trial. This was the largest court-martial in U.S. history. There were 7 soldiers there at the night that testified against them for a lighter sentence. Since the incident happened that night, a lot of the soldiers were not identified, and many were falsely imprisoned or accused due to this incident. The only evidence obtained was through immunity witnesses. The court was very harsh towards them, and only at the end bringing up the fact that they did this in retaliation and fear.